At this time, I would like to invite Sonia Davis to join us on the stage. I first met Jimmy and Ivelisse several years ago when I was doing a story about Jimmy's book, One Word, which he made reference to. If you haven't read the book, I highly recommend it, and it is a wonderful way to focus your intentions for the year, and it's something that I adopted after interviewing Jimmy. That's when I met Ivelisse and heard about her journey, and she was talking about her cancer journey, and she said, and then I took mistletoe treatments, and now I'm 4 years in remission at that point. I said, wait, back up, mistletoe? What is this? And that was my introduction to Believe Big and its mission. And I said, I think I need to come back and do another story, which we did. But when we talk about words, when someone is diagnosed with cancer, there are words like patient, survivor. Well, there's another word that comes to mind tonight, fighter. And that word describes Sonia Davis. We'll let Sonia tell her story, as she has a story about stage 4 breast cancer and how she has been such a fighter. Please welcome Sonia.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, sorry, it's the only speech I know. Hi, I'm Sonia Davis. I'm 47. I'm a daughter to Jim, who's with us tonight, Casey, my sweet husband, and 2 children, Kensington, who is 10, my daughter, and Camden, who is 8. And just last May, I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer after a normal mammogram, 3D mammogram, just 2 months prior. My mom died of ovarian cancer over 6 years ago. And so from that point on, every 6 months, I got diagnostic tests, I got labs, and last March, all of my tests were clear, but my labs were not. They were elevated. So I went to go speak to a Gyn Oncologist, and he recommended a hysterectomy. I did that, and when he came back from surgery, he said, Sonia, everything looks good. I didn't see any sign of cancer in your abdomen. And I thought, praise God, okay, we're good. We got this. And 5 days later, he called and he told me that there was breast cancer cells found in both ovaries. I didn't even know that you could get breast cancer in your ovaries. So that was something new to me. What a shock. And then about a week later, I had a PET CT scan. And that scan revealed that it was had not only been in both ovaries, it was in both breasts, it was in my sternum, it was in my ribs, it was in my adrenal glands, it was in several places in my spine, it was in my right pelvis, it was in my pelvic lymph nodes. And so my story went from bad to worse. And my oncologist recommended oral chemo and an estrogen blocker, and in the hopes of living 5 years. To say that it was a shock, it was, complete and utter shock. Thank God for my support that I've had. But Tricia Duke, my dear friend, who's sitting over here tonight, give a wave. She said, have you talked to Ivelisse about Believe Big? And I went to church with Jimmy and Ivelisse, and I knew about Believe Big, but I didn't think mistletoe could help me. And so Ivelisse, of course, was in the midst of packing and moving and going to Colorado, and she made time for me, and we spoke, and I walked out of that meeting with hope. I knew that there was hope for my cancer. And so I can't say enough good things about the Believe Big staff. They equipped me with so many tools, questions to ask my oncologist, finding a mistletoe doctor. Thank you, Dr. Hinderberger, wherever you are, and Dr. West in Nature Med, the Believe mugs, because truly when I have my coffee every morning, I read that and I believe and I have hope. The books on navigating cancer, Nisha writing one of them. They're amazing, amazing things. And of course, the I will have no fear insert. Jimmy talked about that. Well, fear is the most debilitating thing about cancer. And I've read and reread those verses and prayed, and it has just gotten me through it. So I cannot say enough good things about that. So I decided I would do that estrogen blocker, but I was going to do mistletoe. And I'm here to say that mistletoe does work. So my recent PET scan was just 2 weeks ago, and it is no longer in my breasts. It is no longer in my sternum. It is no longer in my ribs, adrenal glands. Several areas of my spine have been healed. My right pelvis, my pelvic lymph nodes. I have 2 active places still, one in my armpit lymph and T12 on my spine. But we are believing, you know, this has just been incredible. I personally would like to thank you. I don't know who donated last year. Raise your hands. Sign of hands. Because I was the recipient of a Believe Big grant. It allowed me to get IV mistletoe. And it's just been an incredible, incredible journey. Everyone knows someone with cancer. There are thousands of women and men that will be helped with this. So I want to thank you if you donated last year, because you allowed me to be a mom last year to my kids. I was not sick. I want to thank you. I want to thank you because I wasn't sick and lying in bed. I want to thank you because I had energy every day to do everything that I've always done. I want to thank you because I believe that my year would have been very different had I not done holistic treatment. So please donate. I am believing big for the day when my scan reveals no evidence of disease. Thank you.